my name is Liz, and today I want to talk about female friendships, female relationships, and young adult fiction. Sometimes you see a line sometimes where it's like, I don't have a lot of lady friends, or I haven't had a friend who is a girl since elementary school, and it's just, I find it to be odd. And so when I find books where female friendships and also with like mother-daughter relationships, sister-to-sister relationships, it's amazing. I love it so much, so much. I recently read the 7 Sarah Dessen books that I hadn't already read, including Saint Anything, and one of the themes throughout each novel is that there's like a friend who is a girl, or like a sister or something like that, and it's just like, this person is important to your life. It's just not in every novel that you see an author say, you know what, even though this character is not perfect, this main character is not perfect either, you gotta figure out a relationship, and you gotta figure out somehow to relate to one another. Like in Lock and Key, when she moves in with her sister and she's like, you left me, you abandoned me, and like there are all these secrets that come out and whatnot, but also like there's that age gap between the two sisters, and so you got a little extra stuff, but they're like, okay, we're sisters, let's figure this out, let's be good, which is not, you know, always realistic. Like, you're not always gonna be good with people. And even with like mother-daughter relationships, there's a lot of Sarah Dessen novels where like the mother is being like, you need to be doing this, and you need to be involved in everything, and you need to have the best grades ever, and you need to blah 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 blah, and it's like the daughter's like, I can't live up to that expectation, Mom. So there's a good few of those which I feel like, I don't know, that's important, because I know I feel pressure from my parents sometimes, and you're just like, I just need to be me, and tell me to do the best that I can, but like there's only so much that I can do to be the best person that I can be, and I can't be doing anything and everything. I just gotta be me. Gotta be me. Another kind of relationship that I thought was interesting in Sarah Dessen's novel Along for the Ride was that the main character goes to live with her dad and her stepmom and their new baby for the summer. Her parents are divorced, and so that has an interesting situation there, not all too uncommon, but she goes and lives with her, basically that family, and her stepmother has recently given birth and is going through postpartum depression, I think. It doesn't say it out loud, but you have a feeling that there's like something else going on other than just stress from just having a baby, and her husband not helping her and saying, oh, I gotta write this book, I can't be, you know, bothered with a baby. Why would you have a baby then? I don't know. There are people like that in the world though. But I feel like, I thought that there was just an interesting relationship that the main character, like, she didn't come like co-parent with her, or whatever you would call it, with her stepmother. She's not really looking to get anything out of it. She's just like, you know what? Let me just help you. Let me just take your kid for a walk. She's like, the main character's already got insomnia, so like, already there. You're golden. Golden. I feel like that one is my favorite Sarah Dessen novel, and I feel like that's why it's just like that she's not a perfect main character either, because like she recently graduated from the school that is like super hard and super crazy and stuff like that, and so she doesn't really have any friends. She doesn't know how to have friends, and so like the people that she works with at her stepmother's store is like, you're our friend, you're gonna hang out with us, and they kind of like adopt her as a kind of family kind of thing almost. Not, they don't say it, but in a lot of Sarah Dessen's novels you see this not the regular kind of family where it's like, you know, you don't just have mom, dad, sister, brother in a house together like there's any Sarah Dessen novel like that. You always have somebody who's got an issue. I think there might be a couple of, maybe just Listen might have something like that, but for the most part you have not the usual kind of family situation, and you have the main character not just, you know, being family with the people that they're blood related to, but also coming upon some people who, it's kind of like Gilmore Girls and Stars Hollow, where it's like, you know, they make that main character one of their own and just embrace them for who they are and all their craziness and some of their pickiness and whatnot, because some of these main characters are like, you know, very picky about something. They're always still fun. They're always still like, I still want to have friendships and belong somewhere, and I think that's important, and I think that's something real, is that we do want to belong and we do want to have relationships with other people. And I know some of the Sarah Dessen books have like a love interest of some sort, but I feel like my favorite ones are the ones where like that's kind of a part of it, but like there's also these other aspects of like, I want to have female friends and I want to have a relationship with my mother or, you know, sister. I'm not sitting here saying that they're perfect novels because I feel like they lack in diversity. Like, yes, there are female friendships and family stuff, but as far as having like any sort of relationship that isn't heterosexual, and there are not a lot of people who are not white in these novels. I don't understand why. From the ones that I read, there were like 2 people who were not white and like described as not being white. His best friend from The Moon and More, who is of Asian descent, and they don't really say what. It's just like, she's Asian, and it's like, hey, that doesn't tell me a whole lot. But there's also, and along for the ride, they kind of mention that one of the characters is black, but not really. Like, he's mentioned again in The Moon and More because those are set in the same place, like, seriously, they're in like walking distance of each other. Because even in small towns, diversity exists. So I think that's all for this video. I feel like I've exhausted it totally, but it's been something that's been on my mind for the past couple of weeks or so. A lot of weeks, because it's been a while since I finished reading all the Sarah Dessen novels that I hadn't read before. So, with that, I bid you adieu, have a great day, and keep reading.